Topic is ecological succession. Fine. What we are going to study today is about ecological succession. You know what is ecology. Ecological we have done many times. Now understand the word succession. What is succession? Succession word comes from the word successor. That means what next. Like in mathematics you say, what is the successor of 5? Obviously it is 6. Successor of 98, it is 99. So what is successor? The one which comes next. When we talk about ecological succession, what we mean is which species comes next. Because we know that the biotic communities are not stable. Evolution continues always and one species keeps on transforming into another. So this gradual process is what we call as succession. So today we are going to study about ecological succession. What is the reason? Why do we have ecological succession? If I ask you, the simple one sentence answer is that biotic communities are not stable. Any community which is biotic is not stable. It will keep on undergoing gradual changes in terms of two things. There are two parameters which a biotic community always undergoes to change. They are composition and structure. Is it okay? Biotic communities are not stable. They keep on undergoing certain changes in terms of what? In terms of two parameters, that is composition and structure. And why do these changes occur? In response to environment. Let me sum up this ecological succession to you. But we know that biotic communities are not stable. They keep on undergoing certain gradual changes in terms of composition and structure in response to the environment. So the definition becomes very simple. Biotic communities which are not stable keep on changing in terms of structure and composition in response to environment. This is what we call as ecological succession. Now I will be taking up some important definitions with you. Okay? Remember some important terms I am taking up with you. One by one we will take the terms. Look at the first term. It is sere. S-E-R-E, sere. And if I take a plural, it becomes seres. S-E-R-E-S. Boy, boys, girl, girls. This is how the plural is done. Individually, it is sere. S-E-R-E, sere. And the plural becomes seres. That is S-E-R-S. What is it? Seres. See beta. Now what happens is, the entire sequence of communities that successively change in a given area. Now supposing I have taken up a given area and I am going to study the sequence of changes. Supposing my species was A, then it turned into B. So the successor is B. B successor is C and D. So this entire sequence from A to B, B to C, C to D, this complete sequence is what we call as sere. Entire sequence. Remember the keyword entire sequence is what we call as sere. Listen again, what is sere? The entire sequence of communities that successively change in a given area. If I am talking about a small area, supposing my small garden, then I had a species A. In a few hundred years, it gradually changed into B, a little change, then C, then D. So this entire sequence of changes in that particular species is what we call as a sere. Listen to the definition. The entire sequence of communities that successively change in a given area. The second definition is seral stages or seral communities. S-E-R-A-L. Seral stages or seral communities. This is the second one I am taking. The individual transforming community. Individual transforming community is what we call as a seral stage. Like I give you an example of A to B, B to C, D, E. So that individual alone, B, okay, which transformed into C. Or that individual stage if I take C, which transformed into D. The complete sequence is called sere and each stage, B, C, D, each stage is what we call as the seral stage or it is known as the seral community. Moving on to the next term, the climax community. What is this community? Climax community. I told you succession continues. A becomes B, becomes C, D, E. This will keep on continuing till you get a community or you get a species which is almost in equilibrium with the environment. So that particular species which is stable and is almost in equilibrium with the environment is what we call as the climax community. Climax means what? Climax of the story, end of the story. So here the succession is stopping. That is why we call this community, the last community which is not going to transform further is what we call as the climax community. Listen to the definition of climax community. The ecological succession leads to a species which is almost in equilibrium with the environment, such kind of a community is called as a climax community. Also remember beta that these climax communities remain stable and they will not undergo any succession further. They will remain stable until and unless a major environmental change takes place. If the environmental change is not major, then they will remain stable in the environment. Such kind of final stage of succession where we get a community which is almost in equilibrium with the environment and is stable, which will not change, is what we call as the climax community. The next, pioneer species. Pioneer word P-I-O-N-E-E-R, pioneer species. The English word pioneer means the first. Okay, we say pioneers in the field. Wright brothers were the pioneers in the field of aviation. That means they were the first ones who tried to make this aeroplane. So pioneer always means the first in the field. What does the word pioneer species mean? A species that invades the bare area first, an isolated area where there is no living species. That species which will go and invade, attack and start living for the first species which attacks is what we call as the pioneer species. So the species which invades a bare area is what we call as a pioneer species. Now we said that several stages. Now several stages A to B, B to C keep on changing until we reach which stage? Until we reach as the climax stage. 3 changes takes place in the conversion of several stages to reach which stage? The climax community. Supposing I started with A, B and my climax community is F. So B to C, C to D, what changes will take place so that it becomes F? So that the several stages reach which community stage? The climax community stage. Remember, 3 changes takes place. The first is change in the diversity of the species of an organism. Changes in the diversity of species of an organism. The species diversity will increase. Gradually when the several stages will pass on, what will increase is the species diversity. Remember the first keyword. What is increasing? Species diversity. Second, what is increasing is the number of species. What is increasing? The number of species. And third is the increase in the total biomass. So 3 things are increasing. Remember the 3 keywords, the 3 things which increase when a several stage proceeds to becoming which stage? A climax community. The first is diversity of species. Second is the number of species. And the third is the total biomass. 3 things increase when several stages reach the climax community. The first is diversity of a species. Second is the number of species. And the third is the total biomass. Now let me discuss types of ecological successions for you. Supposing you go to an island where you see that there is no biotic component, there is no living organism. 2 things will come to your mind. The first thing which comes to your mind is that there has never been any biotic component present here. That means there was never any life present here. Or the second option which may come to your mind was maybe we did have some living organisms here, but because of some natural calamity or some human interference, now they are not present. Exactly this is what I am going to teach you now in types of ecological succession. Remember, the process of ecological succession always starts in a bare area. When we start studying the first community, the pioneer community, where do we start from? Pioneer community. That means the community which invades a bare area. And we study it in which community? Climax community. That means the study of ecological succession always starts from where? It starts from a bare area. Now there are 2 reasons why an area is bare. First, no living organisms existed there. There were no living organisms which existed. Or the second could be, we did have the living organisms earlier, but now that area has become barren, now there are no living species over here. On the basis of this criteria, we have 2 kinds of succession. Primary succession and secondary succession. Is it okay? Primary succession and secondary succession. Let me first tell you about primary succession. Primary succession takes place in areas where earlier there were no living organisms existing or there was no biotic community ever existing. Such kind of a succession which starts in bare areas, which starts in area where there is no biotic component present. First species, that is the pioneer species, will go and invade such an area. Such kind of a succession is called as the primary succession. Remember that the establishment of biotic communities in a primary succession is a very slow process. Why it is a slow process? Understand there. Now, let us talk about a barren rock. Let's talk about a rock. It's a completely barren rock. There is no biotech component present over there. What will happen now? Weathering of the rock will take place due to climatic conditions which will take years. Then soil formation will take place because of the breaking or the weathering of rocks. Formation of soil will again take 100,000 years and then making the soil fertile, humus formation. Then plants will grow and then some species will start coming. What I am trying to explain is primary succession takes place in an area which is absolutely barren. That means there were no living organisms earlier existing. Remember, it is which kind of a succession? It's a slow process. Moving on to the secondary succession. Secondary succession takes place in areas where we did have the biotech components. Biotech communities were present, but now they are destroyed. Let me give you an example of a burned forest. Supposing we had a forest, we had ample of flora and fauna over there. The entire forest is burned now. So there is no biotech community, no plants, no wildlife is present. So such kind of a succession where a species will come and start growing, this succession will be known as a secondary succession. It is called secondary because we already had some biotech communities in that area. No matter, the fact is now they are not present, but we did have those biotech communities earlier. Remember, secondary succession compared to primary succession is comparatively a quicker process. It's a faster process. Reason being very simple. We already have the availability of water. We already have the availability of soil. Think about a succession starting on a barren rock and think about a succession starting in a burned forest. What will happen? Soil is already present in a forest. Soil is not present in the rock. So by the time formation of soil will take place on the barren rock, 100,000 years, you will have a good growth of flora and fauna in the which area? In the burned forest area. My conclusion is secondary succession takes place at a faster rate because we already have the basic components of life present there. Air is there, water is there, soil is there. Now, succession of plants. Based on the habitat, whether the plant is growing in a very dry area or a very wet area, we basically have two kinds of succession in plants, hydrarch succession and xerarch succession. Look at the first one, I will be explaining one by one. Hydrarch, Hydrarch, hydrarch succession. This succession takes place in wet areas. Understand the words first. Hydrarch means water, xeric means dry, and mesic, M-E-S-I-C, mesic is the middle. Neither watery, neither lot of water, and nor it is completely dry. So three words remember: hydrarch, mesic, and the third is xeric. Anyways, I was telling you about hydrarch succession. Hydrarch succession starts in which areas? It starts in wet areas. Okay? And this succession also proceeds by the time it reaches the climax community, it becomes a mesic succession. I mean, the climax community is not a hydrarch community. It is which kind of a community? A mesic community. Let me give you an example of this. Let us talk about a pond or a water body, any water body. The primary species will be what? The primary species will be the phytoplanktons. They would be replaced by free-floating angiosperms. Phytoplanktons replaced by free-floating angiosperms. After angiosperms, what will be there? You will have rooted hydrophytes, for example grasses. And gradually, in many years, you will have big trees. And with the growth of big trees, you will have a big forest coming up there. So what has been converted now? A hydrarch community has been converted into a mesic community. We started from a completely water area, water body, and now we have reached a mesic condition. Neither a lot of water nor very dry. Let me take the next one. That is a xerarch succession. XE, xerophytic if you remember. That is the spelling we start from. Xerophytic, XERO is what you write. So xerarch is exactly the same. XERARCH, xerarch succession. This starts in dry areas and this also progresses towards mesic conditions. It starts in dry areas and it proceeds towards mesic conditions. Let me give you an example for dry rock. Absolutely dry, barren rock. So the pioneer species would be lichens. Who is going to grow on such an area? It is obviously going to be lichens. These lichens will secrete acids. These acids will lead to, these released acids will lead to the weathering of the rocks. and the slow process of weathering of rocks will lead to the formation of soil. Little soil is formed in the beginning. Since we have a little amount of soil, what is going to grow first? Small bryophytes. What are going to grow there? Bryophytes. When the amount of soil will increase, depth of soil will increase, we'll have bigger trees. And you will be amazed to know that the climax community which we get is again a thick forest. So what has happened here? The xeric community has again been converted into which one? It has been converted into a mesic community. So the climax communities are mainly stable communities. They will not undergo any major changes until there is a big or a drastic or a major change in the environmental conditions. What are the conclusions about successions we have done? We saw that a hydrarch succession converts to a mesic succession. We saw that a xerarch succession always converts to mesic. Too wet converts into medium. Too dry also converts into medium. That medium is mesic, M-E-S-I-C. So what is the conclusion? All successions, listen carefully, the conclusion is all the successions, whether they take place in water or they take place in dry areas, all successions, whether they take place in water or they take place in dry lands, proceed to mesic climax communities. That means the climax communities are always what in nature? They are mesic communities. The climax communities, the final communities will always be mesic climax communities. The conclusion is very simple. All successions, whether taking place in water or on dry lands, always proceed to making of mesic climax communities.